here, and movie lovers across the state are getting excited, right?
Yeah,
are you looking forward to Sunday night?
Coming up Sunday, it's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of big movies out this year. And we have a few fun facts for you. 2017 Oscars Facts List. So this is the first year, 2017, that African-American actors were nominated in every single category, which is really different from last year, of course, with the hashtag #OscarsSoWhite. So very different this year.
Right. $2.1 million. That's the cost of a 30-second commercial during the telecast,
That's
which
like
is less than the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Less than the Super Bowl, but up there for sure. $696. That's how much one of those gold-plated Oscar statues really cost.
I thought that they were going to hand out CeeLo Green from the Grammys. I thought
he looked like an Oscar.
Remember the outfit? I thought they would just hand him out. $30,000. That's how much the 16,500 square foot Oscars carpet costs.
The red carpet itself costs money.
That's hard to believe.
And then $42.8 million is the total cost of the ceremony. That is quite a price tag.
Is it necessary? I mean, of course it's necessary here on WTNH, but I mean, that's a pretty penny.
It is a lot of money, but I think people look forward to it. I'm sure there's a lot of advertising revenue, and who doesn't like to see movie stars all dressed up, right?
Are we going to get any of that revenue here for the Oscars?
I don't know. I'm going to enjoy the show, though.
Okay.
So, moving on now, you might remember Tom Brady's Super Bowl jersey went missing from his locker after the big game.
Yeah, this is a big controversy, but the jersey is still nowhere to be found. People are like, hey, where's the jersey at? And the Houston police filed the actual complaint, and come to find out, the jersey is worth $500,000. We're talking big price tags today.
But if somebody has it, what can they do with it? They can't sell it. They'd get arrested for having it, right?
Sell it on the black market? Is that a thing? The black market of sports memorabilia?
I don't know. The guy that has it is just going to keep it up in his man cave?
I guess, yeah, because you would be in some deep you-know-what. I mean, if you came to the police with that, they should have some sort of anonymous reward, maybe.
You think so? But it was a crime. They stole it from Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Probably belongs in the Hall of Fame somewhere, right?
I think it's Roger Goodell. I think he just took it to make him angry. I don't know.
All right, this morning in the love department, there's always unique ways of breaking up with someone, but this guy might have topped anything you've ever done.
Yeah, his name is Nick Lutz, and he found a unique way to tell his ex-girlfriend through a post-breakup letter that she didn't quite make the grade. So she wrote a letter, and this is what he did. He graded it.
Maybe he's a school teacher.
Like a high school. No, he's not a teacher.
Okay.
He graded it, wrote some notes there. She only got a 61 out of 100, Therese, so we might have to talk to your mom for some grammar tips.
Wow. He shared the results on Twitter, corrected the woman's spelling and grammar in a number of places, and questioned her claim that she'd never cheated by demanding the backup of the hypothesis with proof.
Wow.
Aggressive.
Spicy, huh?
Let it go. Just let it go.
How is that guy ever going to get a girlfriend after that ordeal? You know, I mean, who would want to date that guy? A little harsh, I would say.
I would say, and then gave her an opportunity to redeem herself, to write the letter again, but for only half credit, is what he said.
What a gentleman, huh?
Yes.
Seems like a great guy. Let's move on a little bit this morning. Actually, before we do that, I was just thinking about our grammar.
Yes.
I think I tweeted you yesterday.
Why are you bringing this up?
Well, because why not? Yesterday, I tweeted Teresa with this dopey little picture, and she said, oh, Ryan, I didn't write that. And she wrote R-I-G-H-T.
Because I haven't slept in years,
well,
and I was up since 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was doing it quickly in between everything else I'm doing in the morning.
Right. But then I responded, I tweeted, oh, is that right? W-R-I-T-E.
You got me, buddy.
No, but then she deletes her tweet, so then I look like the guy.
Once I realized what happened.
I have all these tweets with misspelling, and she's over here just smiling. Oh, nothing happened here, nothing to see here.
I just cleaned it up quickly before anybody noticed.
Now you look like an idiot, Ryan. Oh, well, too bad.
Really glad you brought that up.
Well, it was fun.
All right. Moving on now. So the Guinness has a new record holder for the most finger snaps in a minute. That's a thing?
I guess that's a thing. We should start practicing now. It's pretty mesmerizing to watch, and Jeremy Roth has today's. Take a look at this.
3, 2, 1, go!
A Japanese student has broken the world record for finger snapping. Yep, it's a thing. Satayuki Fujimura snapped his fingers 296 times in a minute to clinch the title. Despite his intense grimace, once Fujimura got going, everything clicked. Guinness was on hand to make the record official using sound engineers to confirm the number. The previous record was 278. Fujimura made beating it look like a snap. Some models go to great lengths to achieve the perfect shot. Russian model Victoria Odintsova went to great heights. The 22-year-old model dangled from the edge of a 73-story tower in Dubai with no wires, ropes, or harnesses of any kind. Pics and video of the death-defying stunt went viral, with social media reactions ranging from awe to disgust. Building officials condemned the stunt, saying it was done without their permission. It's time to say bye-bye to Bao Bao. The famous 3-year-old giant panda born at the Smithsonian's National Zoo in 2013 is Bao Bao bouncing up out of Washington and heading to China, where she will enter a breeding program which is part of a long-standing agreement between China and the U.S. Bao Bao made headlines when she was born, drawing more than 5,000 visitors to the zoo on the day of her debut, and millions since. Take a look at this. I'm Jeremy Roth.
74, 75, 76, 77, 78.
Close. You're getting there.
Not quite. We still have a little bit of work to do. Interesting stuff there. Today.